My phone keeps vibrating in my pants pocket. The banquet hall is loud with chatter. Guests are filing in one after another. Today is my 30th birthday. I spent 3 weeks preparing this banquet. I specifically saved 3 seats at the head table. For the 3 sisters, Luo Ning, Luo Mo, and Luo Xian. I've known them for 11 years. Years ago, the Luo family business collapsed under heavy debt. I put up money, used my connections, and brought in projects. I helped the Luo family survive 3 life-or-death crises. That's how the 3 sisters got their footing in this circle. I'm already engaged to all 3 of them. The plan was to finalize the wedding dates after my birthday. WeChat messages start coming in, one after another. It's Luo Ning. So sorry, something came up with Jian Yi. He's in a really bad state emotionally. Luo Mo, Luo Xian, and I are heading to the train station now. We can't make it to the birthday banquet. Then Luo Mo's message pops up. It's just one dinner at your place. You can push it back a little. Jian Yi lost his job. His rent is due. And he can't handle being alone right now. We can't just abandon him. Hope you understand. Then Luo Xian's message follows. Xinyan, Jian Yi is in a terrible state. We have to go comfort him. I know it's unfair to you, but please bear with it. I call Luo Ning directly. As soon as the call connects, I hear train station announcements and crowd noise in the background. You're already on your way? Yeah, about to board. Luo Ning's voice is flat. No guilt in it. Jian Yi is really struggling right now. We can't leave him alone. For the banquet, could you please explain to the guests for us? I spent 3 weeks preparing this birthday banquet. I saved those 3 seats at the head table specifically for you. A lot of clients came today specifically to meet you 3 and discuss partnerships. You want me to make up excuses for you? On the other end, Luo Mo's voice cuts in directly. Xinyan, do you really have to make a big deal out of this? It's just one birthday. Isn't someone else's emotional well-being and life more important than your event? Luo Xian chimes in too. Jian Yi has no one else. We can't just ignore him. Our engagement is about feelings. But helping someone in need is also about feelings. When the Luo family was in trouble, I put in nearly 7 million yuan total. I helped you dodge 3 business traps and connected you with over a dozen good projects. Have you all forgotten that? The line goes quiet for a few seconds. Then Luo Ning speaks slowly. You chose to help us. No one forced you. Xinyan, don't use past favors to guilt-trip us. Jian Yi matters to us. We can't abandon him. So my dignity and our engagement are supposed to just take a back seat. You can see it that way. I hold back the anger rising in my chest and keep my voice level. If you're set on going, I won't stop you. But from this moment on, all my unpaid support for the Luo family stops. All pending partnerships are suspended. The engagement is on hold too. The voice on the other end turns cold immediately. Xinyan, what do you mean? Because we miss your birthday dinner. You're cutting off our business and putting our engagement on ice? This isn't about the dinner. It's about you treating my help as something you're entitled to, while putting some outsiders' problems above me. Every single time. I've done the math. This is blackmail. Luo Mo says sharply. So all those years of help, you expected something in return. We were wrong about you. Luo Xian's voice is full of disappointment too. Xinyan, in your mind, are business and appearances really more important than someone's life? The call ends, they hung up. I put my phone away. The banquet hall manager hurries over. Looking uneasy. Mr. Shin, all the guests are basically seated. A lot of the partners are waiting for the 3 Luo ladies. How long until they arrive? A few nearby glances are already landing on me. I didn't keep my voice down during the call. People close enough caught parts of the argument. They're whispering among themselves. I scan the mostly full banquet hall. The 3 empty seats at the head table stand out like a sore thumb. Don't wait. I tell the manager. Remove those 3 seats at the head table. Tell everyone the truth. The Luo sisters went out of town last minute and won't be coming. No excuses. The manager hesitates. Mr. Shin, if we say it outright like that, there will be gossip in the circle. The truth isn't what's embarrassing. I pick up my work phone. I open the encrypted cloud folder. It contains years of transfer receipts, project records, and chat screenshots, all backed up in multiple cloud locations. Notify the legal department. Have them organize all business records related to the Luo family. All partnerships that haven't been finalized. Pause the review process. The manager stands there frozen. Among the guests here tonight, many only agreed to work with the Luo sisters because of me. In the past, I was always backing them up from behind. I fixed their problems and filled their resource gaps. Over time, they got used to treating my support as something they were owed. If I let this slide today, I'd just keep giving ground. I'd keep paying for their choices. Over and over. I signaled to the MC to start the program. The music begins to play. The room fills with the buzz of conversations. I stand at the entrance of the banquet hall. Deep down, I know clearly, from the moment that call ended, the years of friendship between me and the Luo family, and those 3 engagements, had already cracked open in a way that could never be fully repaired. In just one night, word spread through the small business circle that I'd suspended all cooperation with the Luo family and cut off all unpaid resource support. The next morning at 9, the door to my studio was pushed open. Luo Ning, Luo Mo, and Luo Xian walked in, one after another. Their faces were pale. They came in ready for a fight. Luo Mo spoke first, her tone sharp and aggressive. Xinyan, what exactly are you trying to do? Blocking our projects? Cutting off our resources? Putting our engagement on hold? Are you trying to force us to back down? I look up at them. I tap my finger on the tablet on my desk. The screen shows years of transaction records. I'm just withdrawing my unilateral support. All formal contracts and paid services. I haven't touched any of that. The engagement being on hold is a direct result of your choices. Luo Ning steps forward, her expression cold. All because of what happened at the banquet yesterday. Xinyan, that's way too petty. It was one birthday dinner. We had an emergency and couldn't make it. Is that really worth destroying us over? You could have communicated in advance. Backing out last minute. Leaving all those guests hanging. Humiliating me in public. That was your choice. You don't know how hard Jiangyi has it. Luo Mo raises her voice. He lost his job. He's in debt. He has nowhere to go. If we don't go to him, he'll fall apart. You have everything. Can't you be a little generous? Luo Xian chimes in too. We all still remember our engagement. But helping someone in crisis comes first. Why can't you be more understanding? I open the first transfer record on my tablet and push it to the edge of the desk. 3 years ago, the Luo family's cash flow broke, and you were on the verge of bankruptcy. I transferred 2 million yuan overnight as an interest-free loan, no IOU, no collateral. Then I scroll further. Record after record appears clearly on the screen. 2 years ago, you got scammed on an out-of-town project and couldn't recover the final payment. I used my connections to get the full amount back for you, free of charge. Last year, competitors attacked you. I stepped in and stabilized your entire local market. I look up. My voice is calm, but every word lands hard. I've been generous for 11 years. You got used to my generosity. You started thinking my help was your birthright, while anyone else's problems became more important. Even 3 engagements, you felt fine putting those on hold too. Luo Ning's face pales slightly, but she still pushes back. You chose to help us. No one forced you. Xinyan, holding it over our heads now, that's just low. Being willing to help doesn't mean I have to keep subsidizing you forever. I look straight at her. I can give freely, but you can't take it for granted. And you can't trample my dignity and our engagement just to run to someone else. Basically, you're just holding a grudge. Luo Mo laughs coldly. You're punishing us for missing your birthday. If word gets out that you're using your resources to get revenge, people will say you're petty and vindictive. Luo Xian frowns too. Using the engagement as leverage. That's not how a fiancé should act. I don't care what people say. I reply flatly. Before, I backed you up, built your reputation, connected you to the right people. You stood on that high ground, looking great. While nobody remembered my part in it, now I take that help back. And I'm suddenly the bad guy. That's not how it works. Luo Ning takes a deep breath. Forcing her anger down, she switches to a softer, almost wounded tone. We admit we didn't think about your feelings yesterday, but Gianni is different. He has no one else. We're all he's got. You have money. You have power. You don't need our birthday wishes. So my dignity doesn't matter. The engagement can wait. But some stranger's vulnerability is priceless? I ask. All 3 of them fall silent. After a short pause, Luo Ning speaks again, her voice carrying a threat. Xinyan, we've known each other for 11 years. We have 3 engagements between us. Is this guy we just met really more important than all that? If you're drawing a line today, are you ready to cut us off completely? You're the ones who drew the line first. I hold her gaze. The moment you ran to him without hesitation, when you dismissed everything I'd done, That was when the friendship and the engagement were already dead. Luo Mo loses all patience. Fine. Cut us off. The Luo family doesn't need you to survive. You think we actually depend on you? We'll start over if we have to. Luo Xian bites her lip. Even without your support, the three of us can still hold the Luo family together. Fine. I nod. I never held you back. All these years? You've been running on my resources. Now that I've pulled them, whether you sink or swim is up to you. Luo Ning stares at me. Her eyes show disbelief. She's never seen me like this before. In the past, no matter how willful they were, I always gave in. I never pushed back like this. You'll regret this. Luo Ning says each word slowly. When we've made it with Jiang Yi, everything you did today will come back to bite you. I turn off the tablet screen. I don't look at them anymore. I'll wait and see. Seeing I won't budge, the three go pale. They turn and storm out, slamming the door behind them. I know, this is just the beginning. They've never been willing to face their own greed and double standards. They'll just blame me for everything that goes wrong. Next, they'll pour everything into helping Jiang Yi. They'll burn through whatever connections and money they have left. The conflict will only get worse. And me? I just need to watch as they tear down everything they'd built. 3 days passed. The projects I'd suspended started sending formal notices to the Luo family. Once the partners heard I was no longer backing them, they all started pulling back. Several intended contracts were put on hold. The 2 projects the Luo family were currently pushing forward, their cash flow hit a wall immediately. That afternoon, Luo Mo called. Her voice wasn't as tough as before. It carried barely concealed anxiety. Xinyan, do you really have to take it this far? Several projects stalled. We have dozens of employees who need to get paid. Before signing, I told you clearly, these projects depended on my connections and resources. Once I stop supporting them, the partners have the right to reassess the risk. The contract terms are black and white. I'm not breaching anything, but our cash flow is almost gone now. Luo Mo's voice dropped low. Can't we meet halfway? We'll apologize for missing the banquet. Just restore the projects, and we can renegotiate the engagement. An apology is an attitude. Consequences are consequences. They don't cancel each other out. And the engagement isn't a bargaining chip. Silence on the other end. Muffled voices in the background. Luo Ning and Luo Xian talking nearby. Xinyan, we're not trying to fight you. Luo Ning takes the phone. We can pay back part of what you gave us. In installments. Just don't cut off our external channel endorsements. Paying back money is a separate matter. I say, even if you repay every cent, I won't do unpaid networking for the Luo family anymore. Business deals can go through proper procedures. Sign a contract. Pay service fees. We can talk. That shut down their free ride pipeline immediately. Luo Ning's voice went cold. So from now on, if we want to use your connections, we have to pay market price? That's how the business world works. In the past, I gave you extra leeway out of old feelings and the engagement. That was never supposed to be a permanent privilege. Fine. You're ruthless. Luo Ning hangs up. I put my phone down. My assistant walks in with a few industry feedback reports. Mr. Shin, the 3 sisters are running around looking for funding. Most of their old contacts were introduced through you. Many of them don't want to get too involved. They liquidated some of their inventory at a discount and raised some cash. They sent all of it to Jiang Yi. I look up. What's the situation with Jiang Yi? He lost his job and hasn't found stable work. Rent is overdue. He has online debt. Luo Ning, Luo Mo, and Luo Xian are all subsidizing his expenses, rent, living costs, and helping him find a job. They asked a few people to refer him, but he failed every interview. The assistant pauses. Word is he has high standards. He looks down on ordinary jobs, but his resume doesn't qualify him for the good ones. Did anyone warn them? People tried. They won't listen. They keep saying Jiang Yi is just in a temporary slump and his talent is overlooked. The 3 sisters even take turns visiting and looking after him. The assistant places printed chat screenshots on my desk. A mutual friend forwarded this. Luo Xian posted on her moments, implying someone was kicking someone while they were down. She didn't name names, but everyone knows it's you. I glance at the screenshots. No reaction. If they refuse to face reality, they'll have to bear the consequences themselves. 2 hours later, Luo Ning sends a WeChat voice message. Her voice sounds tired. In the background, Jiang Yi sighs. Xinyan, we're begging you. If Jiang Yi can't find a decent job, he'll have to move to a cheap place in the suburbs. We can't bear to see him sink that low. For the sake of our years together, and the 3 engagements, could you at least get him a passable job? We'll owe you one. I typed my reply. Those favors are already spent. The engagement is on hold. Jobs should be based on qualifications. I'm not using my connections to pull strings for someone I don't know. I send it. The typing indicator pops up for a long time, flickering. Finally, a message from Luo Xian appears. Qinyan, are you just bitter that we're on Jiang Yi's side? Do you have to make things difficult for all of us? I don't reply. The assistant stands nearby. Mr. Shin, they're still bleeding money. Their company cash flow is already tight. If they keep this up, they won't last much longer. That's their own choice. I look out the window. No one forced them to bankroll Jiang Yi. They chose to bet everything on him. They're trying to keep the company running. At the same time, they're supporting a man with high pride and zero output, burning money on both ends. Their savings will be drained fast. Right now, they're blaming everything on me. But when their funds are gone, the conflict won't just point at me anymore. All that pressure will shift inside their 4-person circle. 1 week passed. The Luo family's funding gap kept widening. Most of the money they raised from liquidating inventory went into Jiang Yi's debt and rent. The company's available cash was basically gone. Suppliers started pushing for payments. Several overdue bills were nearing the limit. That evening, Luo Ning called. Her voice carried barely hidden panic. Qinyan, suppliers are coming to check accounts in person. If we don't come up with the money soon, some of our supply lines will be cut. The payment terms are in the contracts. Your cash flow issues aren't my doing. We know that. But we can't pull that much money together on short notice. There's a scraping sound on the other end, like chairs moving. Luo Mo and Luo Xian are gathered around the phone too. We don't want to beg you, but we have no other options. You can try formal loan channels. We did. Luo Ning's voice dropped. Most of our partners only worked with us because of your endorsement. Once you pulled it, the banks reassessed our risk. Our credit lines got slashed. Not even close to enough. Private loans have insane interest rates. That's a death sentence. I don't respond. The line goes quiet for a few seconds. Then Jiang Yi's voice comes through. Muffled, weak, defeated. Mr. Shin, I know you're angry at us, but this is about the sisters. Company surviving. Can you give us a way out? A way out has to be earned, not handed out. I can take a hard job, Jiang Yi says. If you'll help the Luo family get through this, I'll do anything. I can hear the forced compromise in his voice. There's no sincerity. I see through it. What he really wants is for me to step in and save them, bail out the Luo family, and solve his own problems in the process. I can give you one opportunity. I say slowly. It's not free money. It's not me using my connections to hand you something. I know someone who runs a field project team. They provide room and board. Pay is based on actual hours worked. It requires being stationed out of town. Tough conditions. If Jiang Yi takes that role and works for 3 full months with a clean attendance record, then I can guarantee that a third-party agency will provide short-term bridge financing to the Luo family. Interest rates and repayment terms go through formal agreements. The Luo family takes the risk. Luo Mo objects immediately. Out of town. Field work in the sun and rain? Jiang Yi can't handle that. His talents are wasted on that kind of job. Luo Xian chimes in. That's too degrading for him. We can't let him go through that. This isn't about ideals or talents right now. My tone stays steady. If you want financing, accept the terms. If not, then pretend I never offered. This is just a trap. Luo Mo raises her voice. You know he can't take that kind of work. You came to me asking for a way out. The choice is yours. Jiang Yi stays quiet for a long time. Can't you find something more respectable? No, I answer directly. Respectable jobs have fierce competition. With his resume. I'm not going to pull special favors. Luo Ning's breathing gets heavier. Qinyan, do you really have to make the conditions that strict? I'm not forcing anyone. Accept the terms and follow the rules. Or find another way. I'd already started recording the call on my phone. I hit the record button at the beginning. The whole conversation uploaded to the cloud in real time. The audio file has 2 automatic backups. This recording, it fully documents the limited help I offered, and exactly how all 4 of them responded. No matter what happens later, it serves as objective proof. Let us discuss it, Luo Ning says, and hangs up. Over the next 4 hours, my WeChat buzzed nonstop. The 3 sisters took turns sending messages. One minute they accused me of deliberately sabotaging Jiang Yi. The next they begged me to ease up on the conditions. They wanted him in a desk job instead. Jiang also sent a long message, talking about his unappreciated talent, his past ambitions, trying to persuade me to change my terms. I didn't reply to any of it. Near 11 p.m., Luo Ning sent a message. We talked it over. Jiang, you won't go out of town for field work. We'd rather take the risk than let him go through that. Then Luo Mo added one. You just want to see him suffer to get back at us for missing your birthday. Even if the company goes under, we won't give in to you. Luo Xian followed up. The engagement is on hold, and we will never bow to your threats. I screenshotted the entire exchange and archived it. Late that night, my assistant sent a work update. After rejecting the only realistic option I gave them, the three sisters decided to sell a small co-owned apartment they held, to get quick cash to plug the gap. That apartment was one I'd sold them at a discounted price years ago. They'd rather sell assets and struggle than let Jiang Yi do hard labor. But the sale process would take at least a month. It wouldn't solve the immediate crisis. Suppliers wouldn't wait. Inside the company, employees were already whispering about unpaid wages. I closed the chat window. They thought they were preserving loyalty. Really, they were just kicking the crisis down the road. The pressure wasn't gone, it was piling up. All of it packed into the relationships between those four people. An explosion was just a matter of time. The apartment had been on the market for half a month. The market was cold. Plenty of people came to view it. Few were willing to make a serious offer. The suppliers. Formal demand letters arrived at the Luo family office. Some supplies were cut off. Orders couldn't be fulfilled. Clients started demanding penalty payments. Wages were 10 days overdue. Rumors spread through the company. Several senior employees submitted resignations. The situation was completely out of control. At 11 p.m. that night, my phone rang. The caller ID showed Luo Mo. The call connected. Background noise was chaotic. I could hear shouting. Xinyan, something's wrong. Luo Mo's voice was shaky, her breathing uneven. The agent is offering a rock-bottom price. Even if we sell, after taxes and fees, what we get won't cover all the gaps. Property prices fluctuate. That's not something I can control. We know. Luo Ning's voice came through. Strained. Luo Xian was crying softly in the background. Now we have two choices. Either shut down and liquidate, or take high-interest private loans. You know the cost of private loans. We don't have any other choice. Luo Ning's voice was trembling. If we liquidate, all our years of work go to zero, and we'll be buried in debt. Jiang Yi's voice cut in. Anxious. We can't take high-interest loans. Once you go down that road, you'll never climb out. Luo Mo shot back immediately. The apartment won't sell. The banks won't lend. And you refused Xinyan's field job. So what do you want us to do? I never asked you to gamble your company on me. Jiang Yi's voice rose. You're the ones who put everything on my shoulders. That line was like a match. It lit the powder keg of tension that had been building for months. Over the phone, the argument exploded. I didn't interrupt. My phone kept recording. Every word uploaded to the cloud backup in real time. We put everything on you. Luo Ning's voice was full of disappointment. We skipped the birthday banquet. Put the engagement on hold. Lost our resources. Sold assets. Begged people for money. All of it. For you? I never made you do any of that. Jiang Yi's tone hardened. You came to me first, saying you wanted to help me. Now that it's all gone wrong, you're blaming me? Luo Mo lost control. If we hadn't helped you, we wouldn't be in this mess right now. If we hadn't paid your rent and your debt, that inventory money would have been enough to get us through this crisis. Luo Xian broke down too. We put our engagement aside for you. We gave you everything. And you can say that? You chose to give. You have to live with the outcome. Jiang Yi didn't back down. Should I take full blame for decisions you made yourself? A short silence. Then Luo Ning's voice softened, almost pleading. Jiang Yi, at this point, we have to go back to Xinyan's offer. That field job. 3 months, and we get bridge financing. It's the only way to save the company. I'm not going. Jiang Yi refused outright. Out-of-town field work. Hard labor. Low status. If I take that job, even if we save the company, I'll never be able to hold my head up in your circle. If the company liquidates, the three of us are personally in debt. You care about your dignity, but our survival doesn't matter? Luo Mo demanded. I can't destroy my own future just to save you. Jiang Yi's answer was blunt and ruthless. I heard a chair get kicked over on the other end. Luo Ning's voice shook. So you'd watch us collapse. And you won't even take one step back? I can accept your company going under. Jiang Yi's voice was calm. Rather than waste my life, I'd rather find another way. If that's how it is, maybe we should end this here. That sentence landed like a bomb. The line went completely dead. A few seconds later, Luo Ning's voice came back. Ice cold. So we bet everything on you. And all we get is end this here? That's reality, Jiang Yi said. I can't tie my entire life to your company. Here's the choice. Save me and let the company fail. Or save the company. And I disappear. We go our separate ways. You pick. Luo Mo's breathing turned rapid. You know if the company fails, we're all drowning in debt. That's your problem. Not mine. The argument kept escalating. Cracks started forming between the three sisters too. Luo Mo blamed Luo Ning for insisting they rush to Jiang Yi in the first place. Luo Xian blamed both of them for throwing money at him without thinking. Luo Ning blamed Luo Mo and Luo Xian for not controlling their spending and managing risk. The once solid alliance was crumbling, all of them pointing fingers at each other under the weight of survival. Wasting all this time with you, it's a joke. Luo Ning's voice was hollow, drained. It's not too late to realize that. Jiang Yi showed no guilt. The call ended abruptly. I stopped the recording. The full audio had been double backed up already. No fabrication, no leading questions, just raw, unscripted words from all four of them under real pressure. Soon after, WeChat messages started coming in. Luo Mo sent a long text, raging against Jiang Yi's selfishness. Luo Xian sent a message full of confusion and regret. A moment later, Luo Ning sent one too. She didn't curse Jiang Yi. Instead, most of her anger was aimed at me. If you hadn't cut off all our support, we wouldn't have ended up here. You sat back and watched us tear each other apart. Are you happy now? I didn't reply to any of them. The crisis had stripped away the masks. Jiang Yi's true nature was fully exposed. But Luo Ning couldn't admit she'd chosen wrong. She needed an external target to process her own failure. And I was the perfect target. The alliance between the four had already cracked wide open. But the damage wasn't over. Luo Ning wouldn't accept reality easily. She'd keep trying to pin all the blame on me. The next day at 2 p.m., the front desk called my office. They told me Luo Ning was in the lobby. She insisted on coming up. And they couldn't stop her. Less than 2 minutes later, my office door was shoved open. Luo Ning walked in. Her eyes red and swollen, bloodshot. Her clothes were wrinkled. She clearly hadn't slept all night. Luo Mo and Luo Xian weren't with her. She was alone. She walked straight up to my desk and planted both hands on the edge. Qinyan, are you only satisfied when we're completely destroyed? Your company's crisis is the result of a chain of choices you made. I looked at her. From skipping my birthday banquet to go to Jiang Yi, putting the engagement on hold, spending without restraint, and rejecting the only realistic option. Every step, you decided. If you hadn't pulled all your support, we wouldn't be in this mess. Luo Ning raised her voice. You have all the connections and channels. One word from you and this whole thing could be fixed. You could reach out and help. But you'd rather watch us burn. I'm not obligated to pay for other people's bad choices forever. And I'm not obligated to keep a promise that was so easily discarded. So you've been holding a grudge since that banquet. Luo Ning gritted her teeth. You're not just punishing me, Luo Mo, and Luo Xian, you're dragging down dozens of innocent employees too. Suspending projects isn't the same as destroying them. I tapped the desk with my finger. Paid collaboration channels are still open. You just refuse to accept equal exchange. You want free help forever. Equal exchange? Luo Ning laughed bitterly. 11 years of friendship. 3 engagements. And you boil it all down to transactions? Friendship is friendship. Business is business. When the friendship runs out, the engagement ends. And what's left is just rules. Luo Ning pulled out her phone and shoved the screen in front of me. It showed an apology message from Jiang Yi from the night before, written with deep regret, full of self-criticism for his moment of weakness. Jiang Yi admitted he was wrong. He's willing to make it right. Last night's fight was just anger speaking. You can't take it seriously. I have the full recording, I said evenly. Those words weren't impulse. They were the truth under pressure. Recording? You secretly recorded our calls? Luo Ning's expression shifted. From the first call where I proposed the field job, I recorded everything. I said, you came to me asking for help and negotiation, to avoid any backpedaling or false accusations later. Keeping records is standard risk management. You planned to trap us from the start. Luo Ning's voice shook. I gave you a choice from the beginning. Accept the job, get bridge financing, save the company. You refused. That job was pure humiliation, Luo Ning argued. You set it up to force Jiang Yi to sacrifice himself. In survival mode, there's no such thing as humiliation. During our standoff, a few employees passed by outside my office. They slowed down. They could hear the argument through the door. None of them dared to come in. Luo Ning noticed them outside. She deliberately raised her voice. Xinyan, for the sake of 11 years and 3 engagements, can't you let this go? Restore the resources? And I promise we'll cut ties with Jiang Yi. Nothing like this will ever happen again. It's too late. I refused. Seeing that the soft approach didn't work, Luo Ning switched tactics. She started threatening me. If word of this gets out, what will people in the circle say about you? Your 3 ex-fiancés are drowning. You're sitting on resources, watching us get ruined by an outsider. They'll call you cold and heartless. I can live with their opinions. I held her gaze. I'm not going to drag myself back into the mud just to win a good person label from other people. The negotiation had completely broken down. Luo Ning got nothing from me. She glared at me, turned, and slammed the door behind her. By the end of the day, fragments of gossip started spreading through the local business circle. The version Luo Ning put out was that I was taking revenge for personal reasons, that I was ruthlessly suppressing the Luo sisters, and that I'd set up a trap to humiliate the struggling Jiang Yi. She didn't mention the 3 engagements that were so easily abandoned. She didn't mention the years of my financial support. She didn't mention any of their choices or the recorded arguments. She only painted me as cold and heartless. Several acquaintances who knew me reached out to ask what happened. Some were skeptical. Others took her story at face value. That evening, my assistant walked in with a tablet. Mr. Shin, you've seen what's being said in the circle by now. Some partners are wavering because of the rumors. 2 potential projects have delayed signing. Expected, I said. Send out the fragmented evidence package to a few trusted partners. Include selected transfer records, call clips, and chat screenshots. Don't release everything publicly. Don't make a scene. Just provide clarification passively. Won't releasing clips escalate things? It's just part of the truth. Let them decide for themselves. The full recording stays locked in the cloud. Once the evidence snippets began circulating, the narrative shifted quickly. Those who saw the transfer records could clearly see the years of large-scale support I'd given the Luo family. They stopped blindly believing Luo Ning's side. Meanwhile, the splits inside the Luo family kept widening. Luo Mo and Luo Xian saw the recorded argument from that night. They finally understood Jiang Yi's real stance. They clashed fiercely with Luo Ning. Luo Mo and Luo Xian said they shouldn't keep defending him. They needed to cut their losses. Luo Ning still refused to admit she'd misjudged him. She insisted Jiang Yi had just made a mistake in the heat of the moment. The 3 sisters were now split beyond repair. 5 days after the rumors started spreading, the Luo family received formal legal notices. Several suppliers jointly filed claims. They demanded full payment of all overdue amounts. If not paid, they would seek asset preservation. That would freeze the Luo company's corporate account and operating assets. Once the account was frozen, the company couldn't even pay employee wages. Luo Ning was pushed to the breaking point. She asked a mutual friend to mediate. She wanted a neutral location to meet in person, no more phone calls. They settled on a private tea room. The mutual friend would attend as a neutral witness. I brought my tablet with copies of all the evidence. I went to the meeting. Inside the tea room, all 4 of them were present. Luo Ning, Luo Mo, Luo Xian, and Jiang Yi. Luo Mo's face was pale. She kept her head down the whole time. The fight had been drained out of her. Luo Xian's eyes were swollen, and she sat in silence. Luo Ning still tried to stay composed, her back straight, but strained. Jiang Yi sat on a side chair, expression indifferent, showing no guilt. The mutual friend sat down and looked at all of us. The point of today is to lay the old conflicts out on the table and see if we can avoid legal proceedings. Luo Ning spoke first. Xinyan, here's the truth. We're not going to sugarcoat it. If you're willing to step in and talk to the suppliers about delaying payments, and restore some of our partnership resources, then all the old disputes, including the engagement, can be wiped clean. Wiped clean, I repeated, looking at her. What exactly are you offering in exchange for me stepping in? Luo Ning paused. We can write you an IOU, pay back your past loans in installments. I'll accept the IOU, but talking to suppliers and restarting resources, Those aren't up for trade. The suppliers' debts are your company's operating liabilities. You have to handle them. And the engagement is over. You're really just going to stand by. Luo Ning raised her voice. If they freeze our assets, the company dies. We're all in debt. Is that what you want? I didn't push you here. I opened my tablet. I handed the evidence files to the witness. He played the audio in the room. The screen showed transfer receipts, project records, chat screenshots. Then the speaker played the full recording from that night's crisis call. The room went completely silent. Only the voices from the speaker filled the space. Jiang Yi's words. I can't destroy my own future just to save you. Save me and let the company fail. Or save the company and I disappear. Every word echoed clearly in the private room. Jiang Yi's composure vanished completely. He leaned back hard in his chair. Luo Ning's fingers dug into her clothes, her lips trembling. She'd been telling Luo Mo and Luo Xian that those words were just venting, but the full recording was right there. No excuses left. Luo Mo turned to Jiang Yi sharply. That night, that's really what you thought. Luo Xian flinched. The last shred of hope in her eyes shattered. I was emotional. I said the wrong things. Jiang Yi tried to explain. I didn't really mean to abandon you. Emotional. Luo Mo let out a hollow laugh. We sold inventory, begged for help, bet the company and 3 engagements on your future, and you gave us a cold choice. You offered to help me. I never asked for any of it. Jiang Yi kept defending himself. We were blind to trust you. Luo Mo's emotions erupted completely. Luo Ning tried to intervene. Luo Mo, Luo Xian, don't be rash. We can talk this out. What's left to talk about? Luo Mo looked at her older sister. You're the one who insisted we skip Xinyan's birthday to go to him. We kept pouring money in. You wouldn't stop. Now the company is getting seized. We're both in debt. And you're still defending him. Luo Xian spoke up too. All 3 of us were engaged. And we kept hurting Xinyan for him. It was all a joke. The tension between the sisters broke open completely in front of the witness. I thought he was just down on his luck. That his character was still good. Luo Ning's voice was hoarse. Who knew it would turn out like this? You didn't know because you refused to see it. Luo Mo stood up. You'd rather blame Xinyan for everything than admit you misjudged him. The witness sat silent the whole time, reviewing the evidence I'd handed over. He'd seen the full picture. Jiang Yi could see the situation was out of control. He started looking for an exit. Since it's come to this, there's no point in me staying. Your sisterly drama, and your fight with Xinyan, has nothing to do with me. He stood up to leave. Luo Ning called him back. You're just going to walk away now? What else do you want? Jiang Yi stopped. I don't own any shares in your company. I never signed anything with you. Morally, I feel guilty. Legally, I'm not responsible for a thing. That statement was cold and brutally honest. All this time, he'd taken the sisters' financial support without hesitation, but he never tied himself to any responsibility. I closed my tablet. I'm not here to negotiate. I'm just laying out the facts. Everyone here can judge for themselves. Luo Ning looked at me. Her eyes held regret, resentment, and a faint sliver of hope. Is there really no room left? I'll accept an IOU for the old loans. Business partnerships are welcome on market terms, but I won't subsidize anyone anymore. And the engagement is not coming back. The conversation ended there. The mediation failed completely. Jiang Yi left first. He didn't say a single word of comfort. The 3 sisters and the witness remained in the room. The arguments continued. Years of sisterly bonds were crumbling under debt, betrayal, and regret. I packed up my equipment and left the tea room first. I didn't go after them. I didn't destroy them. I just took back what was mine. The heavy cost belongs to those who made the choices. 7 days after the mediation failed, the court's asset preservation order was officially issued. The Luo Company's corporate account was frozen. Warehouse inventory and office equipment were all sealed. Employee wages couldn't be paid. The remaining 20-plus employees all filed for arbitration. The small apartment co-owned by the 3 sisters, the one they'd been trying to sell, was also included in the frozen assets. Even the option to sell it and save themselves was gone. I got a message from our mutual friend. Luo Mo had moved out of her old place. She rented a small apartment. Luo Xian also moved out and rented separately. The 3 sisters no longer lived together. They barely kept in touch. After the tea room confrontation, they'd stopped communicating almost entirely. The once close family bond had been worn away by debt and disappointment. One evening, Luo Mo called me. The background was quiet. No arguing. She sounded calm. Xinyan, go ahead. The company is in liquidation now. Luo Mo's voice was soft. Lawyers have laid out the debts. After asset auctions, the three of us still own nearly 2 million yuan in combined liabilities. I didn't reply. I let her continue. I don't blame you anymore. Luo Mo paused. I used to think it was your withdrawal that pushed us off the cliff, but after hearing the full recording at the tea room, I finally understood. We chose every step ourselves. Skipping your banquet, putting the engagement on hold, pouring money into Jiangyi, rejecting the only real way out, all of it. Good that you see it. Luo Ning still can't let go. Luo Mo sounded tired. She's still hung up. Sometimes she tells people that if you just given a little ground, things would have been different. She won't admit she chose wrong. You can't force someone to see what they don't want to see. I've separated from them. Luo Mo went on. We're splitting the debts individually. I found a regular office job. Pay isn't great, but I'll pay it off slowly. I haven't contacted Jiangyi since. What about Luo Xian? She took a service job. Life is tough. She's completely cut contact with Jiangyi too. Where is he now? Heard he left town to look for opportunities elsewhere. Luo Mo laughed. Bitter. Clean hands. No part of the mess we made. The person we protected at all costs walked away without a scratch. That was his choice. I'm not calling to ask for help, Luo Mo said. I just wanted to give you a long overdue apology. We were wrong about your birthday, and about the 3 engagements. We threw them away ourselves. Thank you for showing us the truth. Then she hung up. 3 days later, Luo Ning also reached out to me. Not to make a scene. She asked to meet at the cafe downstairs from my office. She sat across from me. Her eyes were exhausted. All the old toughness was gone. On the table sat a handwritten IOU. It listed the full amount I had lent her over the years. She'd signed it and pressed her thumbprint. After the company liquidates and the assets are sold, I can pay back part of it. The rest, I'll pay in installments. She pushed the IOU toward me. I won't go around saying you took revenge anymore. I'll try to correct the rumors in the circle, as much as I can. You've made peace with it. I looked at the IOU. Not entirely. Luo Ning fidgeted with the edge of her paper cup. I still wonder, if we hadn't gone to the train station that day, would everything have been different? But the facts are there. The recordings, the records, the debt. I can't keep lying to myself. I'll take the IOU. Pay at whatever pace you can manage. Don't push yourself. Don't you hate us? Luo Ning met my eyes. It's not hate. Just that 11 years of friendship and 3 engagements. All worn out. I put the IOU away. I helped because I cared. When that care ran out, I took my support back. That's all. I never wanted to ruin anyone's life. But your choices, you have to carry them. So we won't cross paths again. Right? We can do business. Standard terms. But personal feelings, the engagement, that's over. Luo Ning was quiet for a long time, then she nodded slightly. She stood up and left the cafe. In the months that followed, the gossip slowly died down. Those who'd seen the full evidence understood the whole story. The rumors faded. A few people still held grudges, but they only whispered in private. It never caused real trouble again. My business wasn't permanently affected. The paused projects restarted. I didn't go after Jiangyi. I didn't lift a finger to harm him. He left town with a clean slate. He's still hopping from job to job, aiming too high for his skills. He's not doing well, but that's his life now. It has nothing to do with me. Luo Mo kept working steadily, paying off her share of the debt each month. Her life is tight, but she's clear-eyed. Luo Xian works hard to pay down her debt. She rarely shows up in the old social circle. Luo Ning works a regular job and tries side hustles to pay off her debt. Occasionally we run into each other at events. We nod at each other. No small talk. Everyone who was once tangled up together has gone back to their own tracks. I've returned to my own rhythm too. I keep building my business. Going through all this didn't make me bitter. It just taught me to separate feelings from obligations. You can give freely, but don't let it become something people take for granted. Don't pin your sincerity and your dignity on someone else's conscience. All goodwill should go to those who know how to value it.